making the numbers up, but we're making them up on some kind of data.
Yeah.
Is it worth explaining? Because I find they just get more and more confused the more I explain it.
So the trick is not to make it overly complex. One of
Right.
my favorite expressions is that all models are wrong, but some are useful. And I think that's a
Ooh.
really good working assumption, which is when you're trying to do revenue modeling, revenue forecasting, that kind of work, you have to create a model that is simple enough that you can walk somebody through it in a couple minutes in a spreadsheet, right? Where by the time you start getting to say, well, the first half of the year, we're going to add in these assumptions, then we're going to layer on top seasonality, and then actually we've got some assumptions here, and I'm going to downweight this month for a particular reason here, and I'm going to layer on top this like regression analysis I did with the SERPs. You can't explain that to anyone, right? At that point, what you're basically saying is, I have a magic box, and my magic box is says this number, right? And so what you really need to do is you need to create a model which is hopefully still accurate or has some bearing on reality, but is explainable, right? If the model is not explainable, it doesn't work. And so especially when you get up to the senior levels of business, you really need to be able to be kind of working on 2 or 3 assumptions at most, to be able to say, these are the assumptions we're making. Based on those assumptions, this is the revenue that we're going to generate.
I mean, because the other problem is not only does the CEO not necessarily understand what you're talking about, they don't care about the assumptions you've made, and they don't have the time to sit and listen to you. They just want 3 slide presentations, 3 slides to explain it to them and just go, okay, that's where we're going. Now let's go there.
Right.
And just quickly, we make knowledge nuggets from these. We cut out small clips. And just to the team at Kalicube, that was a knowledge nugget that Tom just said, starting with that quote. So please do now answer the question.
Yeah, well, and I was just going to say that the other downside to having an overly complex model, even if the CEO does trust you, is that